The Queen's Indian Defence Kasparov-Petrosian variation Anderson variation makes an appearance as Karthik Venkataraman and Shubin prepare for a tactical duel in Asian Individual Chess Championships 2025 Open Round 5. On d4. On e6. Knight f3. Knight f6. On c4. On b6. On a3. Bishop b7. Knight c3. This position is typical of Queen's Indian Defence Kasparov-Petrosian variation Anderson variation. Knight e4. Knight takes e4. Bishop takes e4. On h4. Bishop e7. Knight g5. Threatening knight takes e4. Bishop b7 played by Shubin. On d5. On h6. Threatening pawn takes g5. Knight f3 played by Karthik Venkataraman. On a5 it is novelty move. On g3. Knight a6. Bishop g2. Knight c5. Bishop e3. On a4. Knight d4. Bishop f6. Rook c1. King castled kingside. On g4. Rook a5. Rook c3. Bishop takes h4. Queen d2. Karthik Venkataraman is preparing to play. Bishop takes h6. Pawn takes h6. Queen takes h6. Queen g5. Rook takes h4. Queen takes h6. Rook takes h6 and dominate the board. Rook e8 played by Shubin. Shubin intends to play. Bishop f6. Bishop takes h6. Pawn takes h6 and increase their advantage significantly. Bishop takes h6 played by Karthik Venkataraman. Queen f6. Threatening bishop takes f2 check. Bishop f4 played by Karthik Venkataraman. Karthik Venkataraman's idea is to play. On g5. Queen g6. Rook takes h4 and dominate the board. On g5 played by Shubin. Threatening pawn takes f4. Bishop g3 played by Karthik Venkataraman. Pawn takes d5. Bishop takes h4. Pawn takes h4. Rook f3. Queen g6. Time to think, find the best continuation for Karthik Venkataraman. Knight f5 is logical continuation as Knight b3. Queen h6. Queen takes h6. Knight takes h6 check. King h7. Rook takes h4. Karthik Venkataraman heading towards winning. Let's explore the main game. Threatening rook takes f6. Queen g6 played by Shubin. Shubin is looking to play. Queen b1 check. Queen d1. Queen takes d1 check. King takes d1. Pawn takes c4 and dominate the board. Rook f5 is not the best move played by Karthik Venkataraman. Karthik Venkataraman is looking to play. Rook g5. Knight d3 check. King f1. Knight e5. Rook takes g6 check and establish a winning position. Pawn takes c4 played by Shubin. Bishop takes b7. Knight takes b7. Rook takes h4. Knight d6. Threatening knight takes f5. Queen c3 played by Karthik Venkataraman. Karthik Venkataraman considers playing knight e6, rook e5, queen takes e5, on f6, queen takes f6, queen takes f6, rook takes f6 and seizes the initiative. Rook ae5 played by Shubin. King f1 stop here and find the strongest move for Shubin. Queen g7 is the correct move because Queen d2, 5. Rook takes e2. Knight takes g7. Rook takes d2 position is equal. Let's explore the main variation. Threatening knight takes f5. King f1 played by Karthik Venkataraman. Karthik Venkataraman considers playing rook takes e5. Queen b1 check. King g2. Rook takes e5. Knight f3 and increase their advantage significantly. Knight takes f5 is a mistake played by Shubin. Knight takes f5. On f6. Queen h3. Rook f8. Take a moment to spot the best move for Karthik Venkataraman. On f4 is logical continuation as on c3. Rook h6. King f7. Rook takes g6. On c2. Rook takes f6 check. Karthik Venkataraman have small advantage shifting to the main game. Karthik Venkataraman considers playing rook h6. Queen takes h6. Queen takes h6 and establish a winning position. Rook f8 played by Shubin. Rook h6 is an inaccurate played by Karthik Venkataraman. Threatening rook takes g6 check. Queen g5 played by Shubin. On e3 think carefully what is the best move for Shubin. King f7 is the correct move because rook h5. Queen g6. Rook h7 check. King e6. On f4. On c3 still Shubin is losing. Let's explore the main line. On e3. Karthik Venkataraman considers playing on f4. Rook takes f5. On takes f5 and establish a winning position. Rook e4 is a mistake played by Shubin. Rook h8 check. King f7. Queen h7 check. King e8. Knight g7 check. King f7. Knight h5 check. Karthik Venkataraman dominated and took the game.